Why do we pull over?
I just need a moment to think.
Well, think while you drive. I mean, we gotta find Scott and Serena. We've already looked at the lighthouse and we looked at the firehouse, but we gotta keep going. Come on.
No, I am not going any further until I get a sense of direction.
Lucy, I don't know how you can stay so calm. If the authorities find Scott with Serena, he's never gonna get her back.
Shh, shh. Karen, shush for a minute. You're ruining my concentration, and I'm trying to go to level. I need to go to level to get an image of them.
Go to level?
Deep focus. In order to get a psychic image of them, I have to be able to concentrate, and I can't concentrate with you continuing yammering and yammering.
Okay,
so stop,
okay.
Sorry.
You saw something?
Yes, I did. I should have known they would go there all along. Let's go.
Okay.
Where are we, Daddy?
Well, we're at a very special place that your mother and I used to come to all the time on big occasions.
Like what?
Well, like when we found out that you were going to be born. Come here.
I can't see why Mommy liked it here so much. It's beautiful. What is it called?
Well, this is a gazebo.
Oh. Do you think you can make a gazebo for me? So I can put it next to my dollhouse when we get home? Please.
Yeah, I can make you an exact replica.
Thanks.
Okay, Kevin. We've got this flyer of Julie and the police sketch of Cooper plastered all over the hospital as well as the entire city of Port Charles. We're gonna find her.
Can I see that police sketch?
Yeah. It is based on a description of the man who dropped off pictures of Julie to be developed.
Bone Jesu, libera nos a peccati nostris, libera nos ab ignibus Gehennae.
Kevin.
What?
Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, the guy who tampered with my IV. I think it was Greg Cooper.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. You okay?
Oh, it's my fault. Yeah, I can't really see where I'm going with these bandages.
Are you sure you shouldn't have a nurse walking with you?
Oh, no, that's all right. I like to do things on my own, you know. I know you. You're the man I saw on TV. Hey, your daughter's missing.
Yes.
Well, good luck finding the SOB who took her.
Thank you.
Especially when I get done with her.
I bought some more airtime on the local television station to publicize Julie's disappearance.
I'm glad you did that, Ben. I don't think the newscasters have given this story enough coverage. I want to see Julie's picture and that sketch plastered all over the state.
If you, Victor, and I all made it out of that fire alive, isn't it possible Cooper did too?
I wouldn't put it past someone like Cooper. This guy injected himself with insulin to induce a seizure. Starting a fire in his room wouldn't be much of a stretch.
Plus the fact it would be very easy to disappear in all the confusion.
And the coincidence that the fire just happened to start in Cooper's room? I don't think so.
At the autopsy report?
Yes, it is, sir. Usually when I see one of those, I can stop looking for a body. Not this time.
All the evidence of Cooper's death is circumstantial.
That's right. Forensics could only confirm it was Cooper's bed in his room. The only remains that were left was that of a body severely damaged and burned to a cinder during the explosion.
What about dental records?
They were of no use. It was quite an explosion.
Well, all this report proves is that someone was incinerated in Cooper's room. It doesn't prove the victim was actually Greg Cooper.
Right.
Scouts. What was that all about? It was some kook calling about the $100,000 reward. He didn't even care that it was a real flesh and blood person. You know, I mean, all he cared about was the money.
Well, unfortunately, some people can be so heartless.
Yeah. Imagine that.
The mahogany sideboard here is a Hepplewhite. Of course, that belonged to your great-aunt Martha. And this chair is a classic Georgian. It is so soothing to be surrounded by such very nice things. And I'm so glad to have you here with me, Danielle. You bring a certain brightness and warmth to our home.
This isn't my home.
No, I'll have none of that. Mi casa es su casa. I want you to make yourself comfortable here. Excuse me? People are so predictable.
Found us.
Buddy. Oh, what you two doing here? Looks like you're having a picnic, huh?
We only have 2 sandwiches, but we can share.
Oh.
Hey, how about you share with me and we let Lucy and your dad talk alone?
Okay.
Okay.
What is the matter with you? Gail has been calling and calling. She's worried sick that you two are halfway to South America by now. Are you trying to lose your daughter? Is that it?
She is my daughter, and nobody's going to tell me what I can or cannot do with her.
You know something, pal? You and I go way back, and you've done many bonehead things in your life, but trying to take your daughter out of the country under the noses of the FBI or while the family services is breathing down your neck, it's got to be the stupidest thing you've ever done in your whole life. Do I have to remind you who you're talking to? You're talking to me here. I have been your partner in crime for many, many years, so don't you dare lie to me. You were going to run away with your daughter, weren't you?
No, I was having a simple little lunch with her, that's all.
Don't pull that on me, pal. Don't.
I mean, it's the truth. She asked me if I could spend some time with her. And I'm not one to deprive my daughter of anything if it's possible. Besides, if we were going to split, we'd be gone like that, and nobody would ever find us.
So, this is a good sandwich. So why did you guys come here to this place?
It's a very special place. My mommy and my daddy used to come here.
Well, I can see why. It's very beautiful.
It's where they came when they learned I was going to be born. Daddy says it always makes them feel better to come here.
Makes them happy. And then it'll be a special place for me, too.
Me too.
How'd you find us, anyway?
Well, I sort of felt where you'd be. You know, I know that every time you feel like your back is up against the wall, you find a place that makes you feel closer to Dominique. And then it hit me. I remembered this place, you know, the gazebo where you gave her that concert and those flowers you planted.
Yeah, I think they may be popping up soon.
Yep, I think you're right. I also figured you'd probably want to share this spot with Serena.
Well, I thought maybe that if I brought her here, that maybe her mother might seem alive to her.
And to you, too.
Well, yeah. Every time I'm here, I feel like Dominique is alive. I wonder if I'm ever going to get over her. I don't know if I want to.
Well, I don't think you have to. You loved her so much, and I do not believe that love just disappears.
Let me ask you something. Do you think I'm ever going to fall in love again, though?
I don't know. It depends on what your destiny brings to you. But I do know this, that if you don't, it's sort of okay because you had such an amazing, wonderful love with Dominique.
Well, I guess you know me pretty well.
Yeah, you bet your beard I do. Just like you know me. I have this feeling you weren't even surprised when I found you, were you?
I thought maybe you'd wait until I finished my sandwich.
I don't know the way I felt. I'd love to have jammed that sandwich right down your throat.
You know, when I was looking at Serena a little while ago, in her eyes, I saw Dominique. And I felt that she was up there, you know, she was just looking down on us. And I thought that this whole mess that I'm in didn't exist anymore.
But you can't. You got to think about that mess. You got to keep it in mind. Otherwise, it's going to drag you into doing something foolish. And Scott, you could lose Serena forever if you do that.
I got to admit to you that on the way over here, I thought I might just drive to Mexico like I did years ago because of Laura. But then I thought, you know, there's no place to raise a kid.
No, it is not. Okay, so you have to stay strong. You have to be strong because we can get through this together. I know you're a guy who can't ever stick to the rules, you know. Scott, we're like that. We like to break the rules, and we can still do that when we can get away with it. But in this instance, we can't. You got to walk the straight and narrow. You got to do everything by the book, okay? Otherwise, you will lose Serena forever, and I know that Rex and Danielle will see to that.
I know.
We'll be in the study. So, are you getting all nice and comfy? Good. You're starting to get a feel for the place. Good. Did you happen to find anything of interest while you were snooping through my private things?
Frank, could I talk to you in private?
Yeah, sure, Mom.
What's going on?
Well, I overheard what that detective and Dr. Collins were saying. You know, Father Wysocki disappeared the night of the fire.
What do you mean disappeared?
Well, there was mention that he was visiting a parishioner at Forest Hills, but he hasn't been seen since.
That could be a coincidence. But on the other hand, I think it would be a good idea to get a look at the logbook from Forest Hills that night if it didn't get burned up in the fire.
Well, I don't mean to make more of this than there is, because he did send a letter of resignation to the bishop, but the letter was sent right after the fire.
Like the call that came in saying Julie went out of town for a while. Both were explanations, came in after the fact, explaining away some strange disappearance.
I wasn't snooping through your things. I have a headache. I was looking for an aspirin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound accusing. But you should have called me. I was in the kitchen ordering us a bite to eat. I'll tell you what, why don't you come on over here? Sit down and relax. I'll get you that aspirin. Anything else you need? Compress, a cold drink?
A glass of water and aspirin would be fine.
Okay. Aspirin and water coming up. Starting now, I want this to be a happy, healthy, nurturing home. For you, for me, but most of all, for little Serena.
There's something I've been wanting to tell you. Julie is one strong, intelligent woman, and I just know she has the good sense to take care of herself.
Thank you.
We want to thank you for everything you've done, you and the interns.
But especially for being so kind to Julie. She called you her Port Charles family. She even told me about your poker nights.
Oh, did she tell you she took us for a bundle a couple of times?
My little girl.
Oh, she's a pretty fair poker player.
Well, it was a relief for me to know she was living in your house. And that she had someone like you here.
I've been praying for her since this thing started, and I will not stop until she's home safe. God wouldn't dare turn a deaf ear on Mary Scanlon.
We're counting on that.
Could we all gather around, please? Going on Frank's hunch, I got a fax of the Forest Hills logbook. The log shows that a Father Wysocki arrived at Forest Hills and left the same night. He signed in and out the same night. Take a look at the signatures.
The signatures don't match.
That's right.
Hey, what are you doing there?
You know, after you left, it was very, very difficult for me. I wish you'd taken me with you.
I wanted to. I really did. But you know what? I don't know what I would do without you now.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
How was the sandwich?
Oh, it was, okay, but the company was exquisite.
Oh. Would you answer that? Say I'm not here?
It's your phone.
I know.
Oh.
Hello? Yeah, it's Lucy. Mac? Oh, no, he's right here. I'm just answering Scott's phone for him. Yeah, hold on. Mac.
Hello? Yeah. You did? Yeah, I'll be right over. Bye.
What?
He found the guy who owns the casino who said I was there paying off my gambling debt. Pay him a little visit.
Yes.
Daddy, when can we go back home to the firehouse?
Soon. Very soon. All of our friends helping. No time at all. Come here.
Pal, you need to get her back to Gail's before anybody knows we're gone.
I know.
Tonight, Drew Carey's behind the wheel of the Batmobile on an all-new Drew. Then, get this, Ellen's going into the military. It's an all-new Ellen, ABC tonight. Watch what happens on All My Children today.